What is up, people of the internet? I'm Kyber, and welcome back to another Legends Reborn video. Today, we are going to be talking about Alter, the Void Breacher. Last episode, we talked about Horizon, her arch nemesis, so I felt like it was only fitting to do her counterpart of a villain, essentially. Or at least I think that's where the story is going. Not sure yet. Excited to see, though. Alright, how about we just get right into it? So, per passive, Gift from the Rift can remotely interact with the death box to claim one item. Cannot be a shield core. I don't know if I can... Yeah, I can't do it. But essentially, you're kind of just like Loba. You see a death box, you can just kind of go into it and grab whatever. It can only be one item, so... If I was from, say, over there or something, and I looked at this, I could grab whatever I want. Which is super useful. I have clutched up and was able to grab, like, shield core, gold helmet, like, I was able to grab a lot of stuff in the final ring just from letting other people fight, and getting that. I've gotten a Craver, and got a final headshot with that. Like, it's strong, don't get me wrong, it's actually really good. So I kind of struggled to think how to make that better, and it was simply just like kind of copy Loba and just give her like maybe one more item she can grab. And honestly, the distance, like I don't really know. It's just a really good passive, so if anything, make it so you can grab more than one item, or if anything, make it so it's a portal. So I'm just gonna use a thing as a demonstration. We're gonna touch upon the ult eventually, but say you're just kind of grabbing your stuff out of a death box or whatever, and something like this shows up. So you and your whole team, not your whole team, but like you can grab stuff, and if your team is right here next to it, you can like go to her and grab it off of her. I don't know, something like that. It just seems she seems a very team-based skirmisher. And yeah, maybe more distance, one more item, kind of makes that passive a little bit better. Sorry, I don't have anything like actually kind of unique about it. It's just actually a pretty self-explanatory thing. If you have anything that you think would be a better passive for Alter and that keeps on theme with her, drop a comment down below and let me know. I'd love to hear what you would think. All right, moving on to the tactical Void Passage. Creates a portal passageway through a surface. I love this. This is something I've always wanted. Like, that is just awesome. It makes team fights so fun because you can get so paranoid because you don't know what's gonna happen next. There's only one drawback. The cooldown, and you only get one portal. So, I have a few things I could say this. I could say, give her 2 portals, because she literally has a... Do I have it? Do I have it equipped? No, I don't. But she has a banner frame that literally shows multiple portals all over the place. Like, the fact that I could be able to place this here as a movement, get up there, and then breach into here. See, I can't even do it. Oh, it would be so nice to do. It feels so natural to have 2 portals to be able to use. And then it's something else, because I like to try to kidnap with Alter on her tactical. It's kind of a waste, but it's something that's very satisfying when you pull off. And it's simply, I want to be able to kidnap someone. I'll go up here and use this guy. So, if I put it right here, they're going to get kidnapped. But if I put it right here, they're not going to get kidnapped. What I would change for her tactical would be simply a suction. A light, like, pull, so they get pulled in. So it's not gonna be, it has to be as strong as like a Horizon ult, but I definitely want to see like something that'll bring them towards it, something easier to get into it, because there are times that I place the portal a little too high on a wall, and I'm like right there, I can get through it, but I just can't reach it quite. So if there's a little pull suction, a gravity towards it or something, I feel like that'd be very nice and very satisfying to use as an offense ability. Other than that, have 2 portals, a little suction pull effect, so you don't have to just like be so precise with it. You can have fun with it, and just 2 portals feels very natural, and I'm surprised that they haven't gave her it, because quite frankly, you screw up your first portal, you're kind of just out of luck. You kind of just have to deal and wait. That's why that 10-second cooldown for her is huge. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's all I got on the tactical. Also, the vision thing. Where is it? This thing.
I'm itching to use it.
Oh, it doesn't see it on them?
Got an upgrade to select.
That should be base kit. That shouldn't be a perk. I feel like every character should have that. Like, I think it does it for Wraith. I think it does it for Ashe. Like, it should just be base kit. Why it isn't, I'm not sure, and it's just kind of annoying. But other than that, let's move on to the biggest change of her kit, and it's Void Nexus. Create a regroup point that all allies can remotely interact with an open portal or phase tunnel back to the location. So it's just Revenant's, excuse me, it's just Revenant's old alt, but kind of better, but kind of worse. This is what it is. You could throw it. I like to use it as a, obviously everyone likes to use it as a defense. You can use it, portal through, and you're right there. It's good for
need to select an upgrade.
Resets, or just retreating and getting out of a fight that you know is not going to be a good fight. So what big change am I talking about for this thing? I think it shouldn't be something you throw to the ground like that. What I want her to be is exactly what she's meant to be. She's a phase breacher. She could put a portal in the middle of the air and grab people in some of the concept art and all that. So what I think would be good is if she's here, she's gonna sit here, do her thing, like maybe crack her, like here. Like anything, she can crack her knuckle and just start doing a portal thing. And the best way to put it, simply, is if I was still alter, you can have the same concept as Crypto's drone and fly anywhere you want. This is invisible, so they can't shoot you or anything. Or maybe they could see a little blue hue of a phase thing, just so they know, like, an alter's in a portal, like, state. And if anything, you can go right here, and you're like, hey, I want to put a portal here. You push your alt button,
sending reboot command. I'm back. Logged off.
And instead of having to throw it on the ground, your portal is that. Where Crypto's drone is, that's the portal. So now you have manually just put a portal exactly where you wanted it to be. I think it would be the best version of what Wraith and Ashe wants to be. But it blew my mind that you had to throw it down. I was like, that's just literally Revenant's old kit. So I personally like this a lot more, because I mean, it's exactly the same. Like, it's still doing the same thing. The only difference is, instead of me having to run all the way over there to put that down and come here, all I gotta do now is just push the button, fly a invisible-ish, maybe a blue hue, like I said, of her thing anywhere you want. So you could even like use it as a scan thing, kind of see teams are fighting, or maybe it's only in the face.
Backing out of my drone.
So
Alright, my ultimate's
when you're
ready.
in that state,
Void
you're
jumping.
only seeing this. This is all you see when you're in that state. And you can't see enemies to make it a little bit more fair, and so she's not a scam legend. But yeah, have that
Ultimate
happen
is ready to
and
go.
be able to portal
Jumping.
wherever you want,
Okay, let's move there.
because the alternative
Orbital
is
plan all set.
I have to set this here, run all over here.
Setting a gate.
And put a portal, and I have to put a portal heal just to get here.
Bowing out for the void nexus.
Where instead, if I'm here and I see there's teams fighting on that building,
We
I'm like, alright, hey team, we're gonna be invading, so I'm gonna hide myself.
좋아. There are no squads near
I'm
us.
gonna use the phase thing. I'm gonna be in that phase state, so I can't really see much. Distance could be a little tweaked. I'm not sure about the distance, but and then you're like, hey, we want to have a one-way ticket, so no one can get out, no one can like get away. So we're like, all right, we want a third party, so put a portal right here,
Backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
and then the whole team can go through the phase breach, just like it normally would be.
They tried to destroy me.
It'd
but I
be
keep
just
coming back.
a better version of both Ash and Raid's ults, and it would be unique and not just old Revenant's ult.
Tearing away.
Oh, that sucks.
I have caught them.
But yeah, I mean, I'm
back.
obsessed with that idea, and I
My
like
ultimate
really
is ready.
hope that becomes a thing instead of just having to throw that down, because that's just boring. Like, her tail literally conjures rifts out of thin air, and you're telling me she has to carry a gadget like this to do a rift? I don't know. I think that's just a little wonky, and they wanted to reuse an asset, so they're not brand new making a character. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that with the ult. That was a lot, I know, but I want that ult. I want to be able to do that exact thing that I said, because that would be one, super unique and super fun. Being able to just pop in out of nowhere, like it kind of would remind me of Doctor Strange, Marvel Rivals. You just pop your ult out of nowhere, and you're like, oh crap, here's an enemy team.
Still need to
Like,
pick an
that would be
upgrade.
awesome. But alright, time to move on to the perk system. So her passive, yeah, just her tactical passive, which this level 2 left is going to be passive, level 2 right is going to be tactical, level 3 left is going to be tactical, level 3 right is going to be ult. Just so there's a formula that we can keep consistent with. Her left passive, just going to be able to grab one more item. That's all. Nothing crazy. Moving to the right. Get rid. I hate these. It should just be built into their characters like it used to be. I don't know why they have to be doing that. It's convenient for rotating, but I don't like it. So we're gonna get rid of that completely, for every single character.
I
And
should
the
pick an
right
upgrade.
tactical is going to be the suction. The suction with the section. So they're going to be able to get pulled in. It's going to be a bigger radius, so let's just put it up here. The radius for the portal is that big. I'd
We should go
say
over here.
maybe make it
Gate right here.
maybe make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to get in. That way it's just not a hassle to like try to grab people or go through something that's like pinpoint. I know it's not that big and not that small, but when you're in the heat of the battle and you need to like get out, it's just convenient to have it be bigger. But also that suction effect trying to pull somebody into your
Got an upgrade to select.
tactical would be nice if they're on cover, they're behind this wall, you put it there, they get sucked through, and you can shoot them. That just seems more convenient and more fun for her, so yeah. Alright, moving on to the third tactical. Simply just add 2. I feel like having 2 off the bat is a little too strong, because you'll be just jumping in and out, but throughout the fight, having 2 tacticals mid-game, mid to end game would be doing her justice, instead of just having to have 1. Especially because you're not going to be focusing more on your abilities, especially because your ult's kind of useless in your end game unless you get a good placement beforehand and you control the fight with your placement. Other than that, yeah, I think she should have 2. A lot of these legends keep getting 2 tacticals. Mirage can get 2 tacticals. Ashe can get 2. It's just a theme, and I like it. I think every character should have 2 tacticals, so it's a more thought process. Do I use 2 as an offense, or do I use 2 as defensive, or 1 offense, 1 defense? It's more thinking in the game that you have to have quick reflexes for. So, all right, moving on to the last perk of level 3. I think I would want to keep it the same. The multi-dimension, having 2 ultimates. So you have to choose, do you want 2 ults with that, like, crypto drone mentality where you could put it anywhere so you could just have portals all over the place? Or do you want 2 tacticals? Because if there's 2 tacticals, I wouldn't mind this cooldown. 19 seconds, or I guess 20 seconds. 20 seconds for one thing, that's not enough. But 20 seconds for having 1 and 2, I think that'd be better. I'd be okay with that. Yeah, so I think the multi-dimension perk is fine. And I want to just say, I think that's all I gotta say for the perks, really. Nothing really crazy, just a little tweaks every here and so often, but that's what this video is all about. We just kind of talk about it, rant about it, and if anything, some of you guys can comment down below what you guys think of what I just said, my thoughts, and if there's anything you would rather see, or maybe you would rather be like, hey, that actually is a crappy idea. Here's my better idea. So, you know, I'm all ears. I like to have conversation. That's why I like playing video games and talking about them. So we got discussions and opinions. So I think that'll be all for the alter re-rift. I don't know. We'll go alter re-rift. That sounds cool enough, I guess. But thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.